सैयद इबरार नकवी साहब की आसा कि इंग्लिश ही साढ़े मेरे ख्याल ज़्यादातर जंग जनरेशन जो इंग्लिश अच्छी तरह समझना साढ़ी पंजाबी शायद उन्हें समझना आऊँगी ठीक है वो अजमत सादात पर चंद मिनट जो गुफ्तगू करन ताकि इन्हें जहन में होया कि असं सैयद हाँ लोग आजकल हर कोई सरदार बनने वास्ते बड़ी बड़ी मेहनत करी रहे असा देखो अल्लाह ताला ने कितना करम अल्लाह ताला शुक्र है कि असा पैदाइशी सैयद सरदार यही अगर शुक्र अदा करा तो थोड़ा है लिहाजा असा इसने रिक्वेस्ट करता कि कोई चंद मिनट जो
औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला सय्यिदिल अशरफिल अंबिया वल मुरसलीन व हबीबे इलाहिल आलमीन अल्लज़ी क़ीला फ़ी शानिही वमा अरसलनाका इल्ला रहमतल लिल आलमीन आनी अबिल क़ासिम मुहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु वस्सलामु अला अहले तय्यबीन अत्ताहिरीन अल मासूमीन अल मुंतजबीन व लअनतुल्लाहि अला अअदाइहिम अजमईन बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम क़ुल ला असअलुकुम अलैहि अजरन इल्लल मवद्दता फिल क़ुरबा सदक़ल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम। Can we have a loud salawat? First of all, I would like to thank everyone that you have taken time out today and you have attended this gathering only for the sole purpose of uniting ourselves because we are all members of one family. MashaAllah. And especially those people that have brought their youth here today. As Molana Syed Naqvi Sahab has said, and the respected members of the committee have already told you, the purpose of us gathering together is that firstly we ourselves understand who we are, and also we can explain to the youth in regards to this special relationship that we have with the Khatamul Anbiya sallallahu alayhi wa Allah has given every single person a specific merit, or Allah has given everyone specific fazilat. And this fazilat, this merit that every single person has, can be divided into two parts. Now if we together can understand this concept of merit and this concept of fazilat, that why we, the Sadaat, the Sayyid, the family of the Holy Prophet, why we have fazilat given to us by Allah, then this gathering that we have made here today, we can understand better why we have come here. So Allah has given everyone fazilat. For example, if we look in the animal kingdom, even the animals have ranks. There are certain animals that have fazilat, have merit over other animals. So if Allah can give merit and fazilat in the animal kingdom, if we look at this world, there are certain planets that have superiority, have merit over other planets. For example, if we look at all of this universe, this world that we live in, Earth, to our knowledge, it has more fazilat than all of the other worlds. And from all the things that Allah has given us, the sun has fazilat over the moon has fazilat over other planets. So this concept of fazilat, this concept of merit, it is something which Allah Himself has decided and Allah Himself has given. So how do we understand this concept of fazilat, this merit when it comes to us humans. Because Allah Azza wa Jal has already destined everything. And every single thing has been given its own place, its own merits, its own fazilat. Then when it comes to mankind, when it comes to the humans, Allah has given fazilat to the humans also. We, the humans, what's the first merit that we have? We are the best creation that Allah Azza wa Jal has created. We have fazilat over the animals. We have fazilat over jinnat. We have fazilat over everything that Allah has created that breeds the humans. Mankind has fazilat over that. Then when it comes to a specific caste, when it comes to the humans, do you think that this law which Allah has used in creating this world, in creating the planets, in creating this universe, in creating the animals, when it comes to the humans, Allah has forgotten this concept of fazilat? No. This concept of merit then continues with the humans. And first of all, what do we find? That Allah Azza wa Jal has sent 124,000 prophets. Adam alayhi salatu wasalam being the first prophet of Allah Azza wa Jal. And the final messenger, the seal to prophethood, Khatamul Anbiya, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa. He is the seal to prophethood. And even though Khatamul Anbiya was the last prophet that Allah has sent, he has fazilat, he has merit over 124,000 prophets. Even though he came at the last, he was the final messenger. But his fazilat, his merit, his superiority is above all the other prophets. So now we've understood up to this point, if the youth are with me, we've understood that Allah has kept a law. And every single thing has been given fazilat. And from every single thing, we have now understood that from everything that Allah has created, the final messenger of Allah has merit and fazilat over everything else. Now let's come down to why we have gathered here today. Now when I started this conversation, I said that fazilat can be divided into two parts. Fazilat can be divided into two parts. And the first part of any fazilat, of any merit any person has, is it's either his zati fazilat or it is arzi. Now in English, for those people that don't understand this, zati fazilat is that fazilat which is personal to that person. And arzi fazilat is that fazilat that a person can gain. Now how can we understand this better? For example, what is the example of arzi fazilat? If a normal person who does not have knowledge spends 40 to 50 years of his life gaining knowledge, and when he attains that knowledge, the community as a whole, we give him fazilat, we give him merit because of the knowledge he has gained. That does not compare to what caste he is, what color he is, what size he is, what age he is, whether he's Pakistani, whether he's Indian, whether he's British, whether he's from Singapore, whether he's Iraqi, whether he's Irani. No matter where he is from, arzi fazilat is that when he gains knowledge, we respect him because of that knowledge. So that fazilat, that merit is due to his knowledge. So what is that fazilat which is personal, zati to that person? This is why we have gathered. We have gathered here because of the first fazilat. And that fazilat is that we are Sayyid, we are from the family of Khatamul Anbiya. Now has anyone, any person in this room can turn around to me that I had to do a specific degree to certify that I am Sayyid? Has anyone spent 50, 60, 70 years studying to become Sayyid? That's why this fazilat is afzal than arzi. Because this is that merit that we have been born with. Nobody can take away from us that we are Sayyid. But arzi fazilat is that today we respect someone because he is knowledgeable. Tomorrow, if he has a stroke or if he gets a mental illness, that respect that we had for him, it slowly goes away. Because that knowledge, because of that merit that we respected him, we gave him fazilat because of that specific thing, now that has vanished. Now he is a normal person. The purpose of us gathering here is that we need to understand that the fazilat that Allah Azza wa Jal has given us, that is that fazilat that even if we turn around and say we are not Sayyid, we are still respected by the angels of Allah Azza wa Jal because we are related to the Prophet of Islam. And that fazilat cannot be taken away from us. And that's why we find in Nahj al-Balagha that Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. And this is a narration that every single person has heard. But I hope with the explanation that I have made here in regards to fazilat, you will understand why Amir Kainat said this. Amir Kainat alayhi salatu wasalam says that we are happy with what Allah Azza wa Jal has given us. We are happy with what Allah has given us. Allah has given our enemies wealth, and Allah Azza wa Jal has given us knowledge. So the Mawla, the Imam that we all believe in, is telling us that the most fazilat that the person can have other than his caste is knowledge. And the only way we as a community, as Sadaat, no matter if we are Naqvi, Bukhari, Kazmi, Shirazi, Rizvi, no matter which Imam we belong to, we need to understand that we have all got fazilat because of one person. And that is that person that has fazilat over every other thing in this world. And he is equally related to the Kazmis, the Naqvis, the Shirazis, the Rizvis, no matter who you are. You need to understand that this blood which is inside you, this blood is that blood that even the angels of Allah stand up and do salam to. This diversion that we are having, as the members of the committee have said, that our purpose here, our purpose gathering here is not to debate over what ulama say in regards to Sadaat. Because we all understand that we are Sayyid. We have fazilat over knowledge. We are Sayyid. The thing is, our elders used to say, no matter how old is a Sayyid, even if he is a month old, he is superior to an 80-year-old man who has more knowledge than him. Why? Why has he got merit? Why has he got fazilat? Only because of the blood of Khatamul Anbiya sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we need to understand this concept. And we need to come together. And these differences, the differences that we all have in our community, the difference of vilayat, the difference of azadari, and especially this opinion which is being raised, we need to understand that all of these differences that are coming into place, there is only one purpose. And that purpose is that we as Sadaat, we get divided amongst ourselves. The thing is, when it comes to namaz, we all read namaz for Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal will accept our namaz. If we can accept our Sunnis who read namaz a hand open, then why are we using namaz as a platform to divide amongst ourselves? If our brothers from Ahl Sunnah, if they can cry for someone, and we don't have a problem with that, when amongst our community, if one Sayyid cries more and the other cries less, we quickly use that as a form of diversion. And we say, no, this is a form of azadari. If he is crying more, he is not doing right. If he is crying less, he is doing wrong. Because we are all crying for the ghurbat of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. So crying more, crying less, do you think Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam looks at how much noise we make when we cry for Imam Hussain and his family? But everything boils down to the knowledge. If a person does not even understand why Imam Hussain went to Karbala, if a person does not even understand the concept of why Imam Hussain left Medina with his family, and he spends 10 days crying his eyes out, but he does not understand the purpose of Imam Hussain, then is there any benefit of him crying?
No. MashaAllah.
So why are we using these issues? I have said many times that when it comes to the issue of the vilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, we are all one and we will always stay one. Because even if the companions of Amir Kainat alayhi salatu wasalam could not themselves understand who Amir Kainat is, who are we to sit amongst ourselves and decide who Amir al-Mu'mineen is? Because if the Prophet of Islam says, Ya Ali, other than me and Allah, no one can understand who you are, then why do we debate amongst the vilayat of Amir al-Mu'mineen? Why do we divide ourselves upon the azadari of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam? And this issue in regards to the niqah, even though I don't want to touch it, but I want to clarify something here. I understand that people have different opinions in regards to what the ulama have said, what the ayatullahs have said, what the mujtahideen have said. I have not come here to debate with you whether you do taqleed or you don't do taqleed. But there is a concept that we need to understand. There are certain things in religion. This is a foundation law that you all need to understand. That not everything in Shariat is haram and not everything in Shariat is halal. There are certain things in Shariat which A'imma alayhi salatu wasalam have said they are halal. But when it comes to our communities, we make it haram. Have we ever had people debating amongst that? For example, every single person here has attended a wedding. Now, some of my things you might not like, but I have been sitting here since we all came, and every single person has his own mind, and every single person has his own thinking. So, my point that I want you to understand is that you all go to weddings. There are many things in weddings that Shariat has forbidden, but we all do. Has anyone went to a wedding and stood up saying, no, this is wrong, I don't like this, I'm off home? Have you ever said afterwards in your community that this is wrong? Then there are certain things in weddings which are permissible in Islam, but our people don't do. Why? Because community does not accept it. We don't make that as an issue. When it comes to Sadaat, no Al-Medin. As Manzar Naqvi Sahib has said, I partly agree with what he has said, on the basis that any Al-Medin, any Mujtahideen, if he does anything or says anything that downgrades the Aimma alayhi salatu wasalam, no matter how many years he has studied, if he downgrades the personality of Sayyida Fatima we together send la'nat upon him. If he downgrades the personality of any of the Imams of Ali Muhammad, we send la'nat upon him. Then when it comes down to this fazilat that Allah has given us, that we are Sayyid, if any Al-Medin downgrades the fazilat of who the Sadaat are, he is also eligible for this la'nat. But no Al-Medin who has studied properly under the guidance of ulama, who has studied the true teachings of Ali Muhammad. I am not pointing at a specific alim, mujtahid or ayatullah. Listen to the wordings that I'm using. If he has studied the true religion of Ali Muhammad and he has understood the true meanings of the sayings of Ali Muhammad, then wherever this masla of Sadaat, Niqah with Sayyid and Ghair Sayyid comes, if it is as a tawheen for the community, if it is as an insult for the community, it was haram then, it is haram now, and it will ta Qiyamat be haram. Subhanallah. No matter how many meetings we have, we cannot make that halal. We cannot say to someone, make that halal. But another thing that I want to mention here, and I know my time,
your time,
few minutes. And another thing I want to clarify, and it's important that we understand this. Why is our community being divided? The main purpose is that we ourselves are moving away from the teachings of Ali Muhammad. Every single person in this room who has children encourages his child to study hard. We give him the knowledge of this world in such a way that even that knowledge which is mustahab, which is desirable, we make sure that he even has that. We do private tuitions for him. We have online classes for him. We have one-to-one sessions with the teachers. We buy him books. That is knowledge for this world. I am not saying there is nothing wrong with inquiring knowledge of this world. The thing is that the only way we can resolve these issues in our community is that we give our youngsters the knowledge of Ali Muhammad. This thirst of religion, we need to make them understand the lives of Ali Muhammad. And once they connect with the lives of Ali Muhammad, then they will themselves understand what is the fazilat of being Sayyid. And these masla that we have, they will finish. But it's all down to understanding the teachings of Ali Muhammad. May Allah Azza wa Jal, for the sake of Muhammad Ali Muhammad, give us all the tawfiq to understand the teachings of Ali Muhammad. Inshallah. And may Allah also give us the tawfiq to spread this knowledge to our youth, so together we can understand the teachings of Ali Muhammad, and together may Allah give us the ma'rifat of Imam al-Zamana Jalallah Faraj Sharif, and may Allah hasten his reference. Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. Can we have a loud salawat, please?
सारे ने शुक्रिया अदा करसा कि तुसां इस मौसम में भी आए हो ते बड़ी मेहरबानी ते साडे चेयरमैन के बुला इम्तियाज काजमी साहब सानू आखिरी इख्तितामी जेड़ा ना कोई शुक्रिया अदा करसा ते अपनी गुजारिश
तुसां ने जिन्ना सही बर्दाश्त कीता
नहीं बड़ी मेहरबानी हुई ऐसी गल
अल्लाह तक मजीद तौफीक दे।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। वालेकुम अस्सलाम। मौजूद सादा आपकी बहुत मेहरबानी शरीफ बंदा आयो बैठे हो। मकसद सादात ब्रैडफोर्ड फाउंडेशन है ही है कि कम अज़ कम इतने सादात असां डेली बेस या हफ्ता या महीने च मिलने या के अलावा सादात ना प्लेटफार्म होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे मसाइल सादात ने असर किसी की जिस मौली साहब की बुलाने गल की है, बहुत ऐसे इशू हैं जिन्हें गलत बयान चले भी जाने उन्होंने मना भी ना करने बर्दाश्त भी करी कि असा खाम खाम कितना कम्यूनिटी व्यक्ति है उस तक पॉजिटिव गल करते हैं किसी ने चौथा चाहिए वह